Evening, guys. It's your resident commentator, yeah. Apex Pooley, 1808. There goes my kind of monster. So, bringing us to round 18, Imola, for Rattlers F1 Racing League. So, we're just loading into the lobby now, so let's see how we get on. No, you can't go wrong there. Can you go wrong? So, do I take me? Do I take the overlay off or I'll leave the overlay on? Oh, that's nice. That is nice. Added bonuses. I shouldn't be copying as much today. Even though I think I will end up copying, but yeah. Turn it off, see how it goes for a race. Yeah, it's to be fair, I had it off of my race yesterday. I do like it, it's just a bit thick at the bottom I think, but I don't know, I reckon. So let's get rid of it. There we go. As requested. Right. Round 18. Imola. What can I say? What I will say though is if it's gonna be a race like last week, I think we're in for a good race to be fair, mate. Yeah, no rain this week. Oh, yeah, but yeah, hopefully no rain today. It'll just baffle my head again. So, mate, you on the good tonight? And there, Williams, eh? So we've got a few going out here now, so I'm just going to go down the grid at the minute. Let me get all my statistics up, because I've just literally finished eating my pizza and my tea. So we got Jay Webber's out today in the Mercedes. In the Alpine, we got Colombian Mafia. In the Haas, I have got no grip, but he's got all the grip in the world. And then in the Kicksauber, we've got Bovril. And they've got Yeehaw, the cowboy. Last week's race winner in the Ferrari. And then we got Phone a Friend in the Kicksauber. Got Magic Mike there in the McLaren. And in the two Red Bulls, you've got Patterson. We've not seen Patterson on the grid for quite a while, I don't think. A couple of weeks since we've seen Patterson on the grid, I think. And then we've got Apophis. Then we've got Gamanza in the Williams and his teammate Hypes in the other Williams. I wonder whether he's going to do decent tonight. They got Han Solo, they got Titron in the Mercedes, and they got Annika Reaper in the other McLaren. So a couple of the regular drivers missing tonight. Uranus isn't here tonight, so it's gonna be fun. So let's get on with last week's race winner, the Mr. Cowboy himself. Oh, he's invalidated. That's good, isn't it? So you got Phone a Friend here, which is the current leader of the driver standings in a snot green Kicksauber. Let's see how he's going to get on now. So we've still got a couple in the pit. Sure, Jay Webber's still in the pits and Grips is still in the pits. Oh, and Mr. Phone a Friend invalidates. And Bovril puts in a 1:15.9. So let's see who else we're gonna. Let's get on with Poffis, yeah. In the Red Bull, Max Verstappen wannabe. Or is it going to be Sergio Perez tonight in the old car or UK? So Tyson just puts in a 1:14.5. Nice solid lap there for a banker. So that Alpine just getting nicely out of his way there. A bit squiggly there. Well, the last corner here now, so he's going to be whacking the RSL. And he puts in P2 at 114.9. That's not a bad lap, that. Not a bad lap. I'm sure I've seen his teammate invalidated. Yeah. Patterson's definitely Yuki Tsunoda, isn't he? 100%. Colombian Mafia, let's get on him. It's purple set to 1 there. Is that going to be a purple set to 1 for him, or is it going to be a purple set to 1 for the full grid? Nice and tidy out the last corner there in the Alpine. He's a lovely car, that, to be fair. He puts it up on P2 with a 114.8, so these times are coming down, so I reckon we're going to be in the 113s tonight. I think we'll be in the 113s. So Mr. Joe Webber's still in the pits. He's out again. Mr. Cowboy himself. See how he gets on. 114.9. Not a bad banker like that. So we're looking at the 114s for the bankers, I shall think. But I got a good feeling, looking at them for them banklets, it's got to be a close quality tonight, I shall think. So Mr. Hypes is out himself. Let's get on with Mr. Hypes. How's he getting on? And he puts up into P2, 114.7. Not a bad banklet. He could do better than that, you know what I mean? You know, I think he's sandbagging it. He's sandbagging it tonight, I think. He's trying to act like a Williams driver, isn't he? That's what it is. He's trying to act like a Williams driver. Let's go down the grid now. Let's get on with Patterson. So, Mr. Grips is just on an outlap, and Phone a Friend is out on an outlap as well. So, we'll have a look at them in a minute. As the other Red Bull Patterson there is coming through sector 2 here now. It's looking pretty solid. That's a bit of a bugger to get right that bit there, because when you start to come up the uphill bit, it goes a little bit loose on you. Oh, he's absolutely rinsed his battery here. He's going to want to charge it up a little bit around these last two corners. Ooh, he's invalidated, done it a bit wide there. Unlucky, son. Skill issue. So you got Mr. Phone a Friend there, and you got Grits behind him. So let's go on Phone a Friend here. I'd like to phone my dad. So he's just started his lap now. See how he gets on that snot green kick of his. Oh, that was very, very close there. Yep. Anarchy is one to watch. He is one to watch, mate. He's very good. And he's invalidated again. Are we going to have another race where Mr. Phone a Friend himself invalidates that many laps? He starts down the grid. This could be very interesting, this. Is he setting himself a last to first? Is he setting himself a last to first? No way. We've got a man here now that's trying to live up to his name. I have no grip. So we'll see how he gets on and see whether he sandbags it. Or whether he blames his setup. But one thing I can tell you, he will be one stopping it tonight. I base with this lad regular, and I know the way he drives. And it's always on the limit. And he's going into the pits. Come on, Grips, sort your mush out, mate. Now we've got Annika Reaper here now. He's coming in the last. Is he coming in the last corner? Yes, he is. He's coming in the last corner. Let's see how this boy does now. We've got high hopes for him today. 115.5 up into P7. Not a bad banker lap that, Annika. Not a bad banker lap, but I know you can go a lot faster than that, mate. A lot faster than that. So Ford Fair's on another flying lap again. Let's see if he invalidates it again. The scary thing is, though, this lad here, he only needs to do one lap and he can put it on pole. That's the scary thing about it. He is, he's pretty quick. He kept it nice and tidy. He's actually completed the lap. Let's give him a round of applause. Well done, phone a friend. You didn't invalidate, mate. Come on, lad. Puts it on pole, provisional pole there with a 113.8. That's absolutely smashed it out of the park. 7 times faster than Tyshawn. Absolutely well done, mate. Proud of you there, mate. Absolutely proud of you. And I'm about to sneeze. Oh, we doing all right, buddy? Yeah, you said it was a good lap by phone affair. Yeah, he invalidated last two. So, yeah, he had to. So, we got Harps back out again now. Let's see how Harps does here now. Is he going to be? He's currently 2 temps down, coming out of sector 1. Sector. Oh my fucking god! Put your teeth back in, Chris. Put your teeth back in. But yeah. So we'll get on with Gripsy in a minute again, because he's back on his out lap, and Kiba puts it up into P2 with a 114.4. So these times are going down. I told you we'd get into the 113s, but I didn't think we'd get into the 113s so early though. That's how he's getting on. He gets it done. Ooh, that was very close on track limits, that then. So how's Hype doing? Is he still sandbagging it, or is he coming out of the bag? 114.3. He's still sandbagging it. He could well get into 113s. One that I'm going to watch though in a minute is Grips, because he could definitely put it into the 113s. 100% he can. So Patterson, the other Red Bull, he's put it into P10. So Yuka Tsunoda just come over the line, put his first banking lap in, 115.7. Let's have it. Right, so I have no grip, and the Haas is just about to start his flying lap. I don't know why he went into the pits last time. I ain't got a clue. I didn't see him invalidate. Maybe it was just a skill issue. Yeah, I'm all good, Dino. I'm all good, mate. Thank you very much. So he's coming around there. He's on the limit there. Coming around on 2 right-handers then. Using all of that shot there. He's rinsing that battery as well. Oof, that's a tight one. I'm not looking forward to this track on no TC either. So actually very good that coming up the hill. It's another one that I catch out on no TC. And it's coming down to the last 2 left-handers now. This is the one that's 100% going to catch up for track limits. And he keeps it nice and tidy. Onto a home straight. Keeping it tight against the wall. P5. 114.6. Don't know what's up with them there. Skill issue. 100% skill issue. If I remember correctly, I think Webb is on a qualifying ban. I'm sure he is. So we've got Bob Will in the kick. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Cheers, Alex. And Bob will just fluffs his lap. So Annika Reaper now. Let's get on with this young kid. Thinks he's fucking Max Verstappen. Woof! Hey, we didn't invalidate that. I do not know. He must have lost time there. This lad thinks he's Lando Norris at the minute. He's upped his pace quite a bit, and he's still he's got 4 temps up. So he's currently 4 temps up, gone into sector 3 here. Is he going to get any more? Is he going to get into the 114s? I think he is. I reckon I'm predicting him 114.8. I think. Be nice and tidy there. I wasn't far off there. 7 temps off his time there. So the Lando Norris wannabe has put it up to P7 now. So you got 3 minutes left. He's not going to get back in now, so he's not going to get any higher than P7. So he's not going to get back in and get back out in time. So let's get on with someone else now. Who shall we have? Let's have a look at Gabanza. Gabanza's on it now. Going in the Williams. I don't know why they have it. I'm going to put a petition in Discord. Next week, I want these boys in the Williams to have the Gulf livery. I love that Gulf livery. So he's in sector 2 here now in his Williams. Woo, that's nice. Nice and tidy. He's coming around the right and they're going up the hill there. He normally gets back in now a little bit. Like I said previously, one is 2.5 temps up. Away with Steppen. Yeah, bud. Like I said previously, it's not a corner for no TC that, and it is invalidated. Unbelievable. So Mike's out now, Magic Mike in the other McLaren. Yeah, so a lot of people don't know unless you race with me. I've currently gone to no traction control now with my racing, so I've done 3 races now, Quarter, Bahrain, and I did... What did I do last minute? Oh, Spa. 100% racing Spa. I'm absolutely loving it. So Mike pulls into the pits. Fornafay just put in a 113.3, so that's coming down. Could he maybe won't get into 112s? There's only a minute left, 2 minutes left. So he's just crossing the line to start his lap. But yeah, I'm currently liking the RTC, but yeah. It's harder than what you think, but once you get it down, then you're alright. So Heineken Reaper is happy with his P7. Can he keep P7 or not? So Lando Norris is currently sitting on P7. That was very, very tidy. I'm surprised that wasn't track limits to refer because it looks very, very close. Taichwan puts it up onto P2 with a 114.3 there. And he's invalidated. He's invalidated. Right. So pens are going to be a big thing. So Poppers is out there. He's down at P9 at the minute with the 114.9. Is he going to improve? It looks like he's been mowing the gravel by the looks of that car. Oh, very tidy out that chicane there is Max Verstappen. Very tidy there. So is he going to improve? He's going to get into the top 5. And he doesn't. He only improved by 1/10. Very surprising. He's a bit slidey, power sliding there by grips. And he's currently down by 10.5, and that'll be because he's just power slid out of that corner. So Fornafay and Hypes has just put it up to P2 though, 114.1. So them two are happy with the positions. They know they ain't going to get caught there. I think Grips is pushing that much now. He's going to be way down on time. Yeah, he's 2 temps down on time now. So Tyshawn's going into the pit, so he's happy with his place. Yeah, Grips is pushing too much there. Pushing too much at your costing. So, going to the grid, we've got 43 on Paul, Hypes in P2, Tash on P3, P4, Columbia Mafia, Grips is in 5, K-Boys in 6, and Nick Reaper, Lando Norris, one of these in P7, Unsolo P8, and Poppers P9, 10 Nicky Lancer, then it's Patterson, Magic Mike, Bovril, and then Jay Webber, because he's got skill issues, and he can't keep his car on track without an incident, and he gets a qualifying ban. So he's in the naughty corner. So I think we're going to end up having a couple of minutes break here while the lads get all the setup on everything, and then we'll get straight to the grid. So the boys have sorted out the strategies now. They got rid of all the birds off the grid, and then sorry, I'm just in the middle of just eating a piece of chicken. So now we just out on the formation lap. So on pole we got Fauna Fair, Hypes in P2, Mercedes Titron in P3, Columbia Mafia in the Alpine is in P4. We got what seemed to be today, living up to his name, Mr. I Have No Grip in P5. P6 we got the Cowboy, Annika Reaper, the up and coming youngster. He thinks he's Lando Norris in P7. Han Solo there in P8 in the Alpine. We got a Poppis there, sandbagging it there in P9. We got Gamanza in the other Williams, living up to the Williams name there, and invalidating on his last lap in P10, and two of them been disqualified, so they must have had a collision together. Unbelievable. And Patterson, I think he's a cast off for Yuki Tsunoda, to be fair, in P11. We've got Magic Mike there in P12, and we got Bovril himself in the Kickstarter in P13, and we've got Jay Webber in the Mercedes, aka the Naughty Boy. He's starting at the back of the grid because he got a qualifying ban. So let's see how he goes today. Hopefully everybody survives turn 1 with him. So let's get all this chat there up and everything ready. So they're all lined up in the grid boxes now. Let me get a little bit of a drink, because otherwise my throat's got to go dry. So wait for the 5 red lights and then we're going to be away. And that's us away. Rattlers F1 round 18 from Imola with your special commentator here, Pooley. So we're going into turn 1. It's a lot of tussling there, going in there, boys. And someone goes straight on. Who went straight on there, man? That was unbelievable. And it's a Apophis. He must have missed his breaking point. He was like, he rocketed. He was like Artemis 2 going off there, getting taken off there in fucking from NASA then. We straight on at that corner. Phew, we were gone. Like a fucking rocket. So it's looking like everybody's settling in nicely for the first lap. Fairly clean start to be fair, which is always a good sign when it comes to these Italian tracks. So Hypes has already taken phone affair there. He's took advantage of that. So the Williams is leading it at the minute. Phone affair is in P2. Tachon's P3. P4 is Cuba, and P5 is your resident cowboy. That gives you top 5, and we got looking at that table though. We just had Mike and Webber just tussling positions there. So now these boys have got that first lap out of the way. These boys are going to start pushing now. So let me get the tyres up. See who's on what tyre. So everybody started on the mediums apart from Webber. Webber likes to start on his hards and he's playing the long game. Playing his long game. And one thing I've got to check. I've just got to check it because I check it every race. Got to go down to the cowboy. And he's still got his end plates. Well done, sir. You have still got your end plates. Normally loses his end plate. So I've got to check every race for him. Every race I check. So Glanza and on solo swapping positions. What's happened there? Where's Grips gone? Oh, his Grips spun. Ooh, looked like he spun. Yeah, I think he has. He's had a moment. See, I have no grip. So Apophis there is up to P12 already. So he's going to be pushing for a comeback, and if he can make a good comeback, that's going to be an absolute belting race. Yeah, Group's lost it, mate. So Cowboy's just put in a fastest lap of 118.3, so he's currently pushing as well. So Hypes has just been overtaken. Tachon was going for it there. I think he missed his breaking point as well. Hypes has dropped into P5 as he just had a bit of a... Yeah, it looks like he get a bit of a shake there. He must have had a little bit touchy with Tachon, so he's giving him the position back, I should think. Well, it looks like Tachon's give it back. I tell you, that's fair play to them two boys. You know, Hypes is a good driver. He is a very clean driver as well. Same with Tachon. Now, these boys are really fast up the front. They're fast, they're clean, they're good at wheel-to-wheeling. You know what I mean? If you make a mistake, you know, you talk to them about it. They don't hold it against you. You just say it is what it is. Ooh, Hypes gets a little bit wiggly out of there. So swapping positions again there. So yeah, it's like I say, you're racing with clean lads, you know what I mean? You know, very rarely you get a ticket put in against each other, anything like that. You know, if you think you're in wrong, just give them position back. You know, no harm done. So, Ford Defense just put in a 117.7 there as the fastest lap, so he's trying to get out of Cuba's thingy. And who's off again? Is that Grips off again? It certainly is. He's not having a good time tonight, his Grips. I know he's trying to get dang of no TC. And it looks like he's going in for a wing change now. So I get back on with my hypes here, because we're going to have a nice battle between him and Taichon, I think. And Hunter, one of those, just tagging along at the back, waiting for the mistake so he can capitalise on it. But yeah, back to what we're saying. You know, just give him the position back and things like that. It just makes it nice and easy. You can always go for it again if you think you made a mistake. But these are very, very good lads that are racing. I've raced with a few of them. I've raced in this league a couple of times before. Before I started doing the comms. And look at that. Our championship leader has got a 3-second penalty there for track limits. It's going to be interesting now. But one thing I will say, the championship leader, Fornafair, he has a tendency on his second stint, he'll start pulling the gap. I don't know how he does it, but his second stint he normally goes for it, and that's when he'll start pulling the gap. So I won't be surprised if he actually gets a 3-second gap anyway. To be fair, and these three are battling some nice little battling here between the Mercedes, the Williams, and the Alpine. The Alpine's just tagging along, waiting for the mistake. And it's actually 4 cars now, so they got onto the back end of Resident Cowboy as well. So let's switch to him. We'll see the full battle as it unfolds. So Apophis has just taken up to P11 now. Annika Reaper's just gone down to P10. So you see the Ferrari being chased by the Merc, and then the Merc's being chased by the Williams, and the Williams are being chased by the Alpine, and we've just got a nice look at DRS terrain here. So the question is, obviously Taichon's close enough there to overtake there under DRS, but is Williams going to go for it as well? This is the question. Is he going to go on the inside of him? No, he's trying to go on the outside of Taichon as well. Just tucked back in nicely. Very nice move by them to very nice, very clean. And the Reaper gets a 3-second penalty for trying to be a world champion. Annika, a little tip for you, mate. I know you think you're Lando Norris, yeah, and you're doing good on no TC, yeah, but just take it a little bit easier, mate, yeah. Try not to get them track limits. So these boys are breaking away from the Ferrari now. So on solo, I'm just going to get back on with the Cowboy, because he's out of DRS now on hypes. Grips now gets a 3-second penalty for track limits. And Han Solo's all over the back end of him, so no doubt this Alpine's going to take advantage of this Ferrari. So this Ferrari must be suffering on his tyres. He's only 5 laps in on the mediums there. I'll last around 8 laps around Imola. But yeah, so the Alpine's gone round the outside. There's no point fighting it because he's got DRS. So the Cowboy's just going to try and get him back next lap, I shall think. So we've got Fornafair here all over back in the Colombian Mafia, so he gets a better exit out of the corner than the Colombian Mafia there, as you've seen. And he took a little look, but just tucked back in. So Cuba is another driver that, when I first come here and I did my first race, he was around mid-pack. Towards like, I'd say between P7, P11 on a couple of races that I did. But each week you see him getting faster and faster and faster, and now he's regularly up with these boys up near the front. But normally he starts on hards. I've noticed that normally Cuba starts on hards, and he's not done this time. He's started on the mediums. So Fornafair's right all over his arse end. He's going to be sitting right on the arse end of him just to try and force a mistake. Is he going to go for it into turn one? He's taking a nice little look, but he just tucks in. Yeah, I think Foreign Affairs just trying to scare him here, see whether it buckles. I think he's trying to make him get a 3-second penalty here for track limits. By putting the pressure on. So Annika Reaper now is back up to P11. So he's coming back up. Grips is still sitting back at P14, 27 seconds behind Bovril there. But I think he's just going to be hanging it out there just to... I thought we were having a lovely overtake then. It took me a little bit by surprise there. I think he's going to be hanging it out to get the practice at Imola with no TC. So Foreign Affairs keeps looking. So he's ready for that move. Ready for that move or just trying to force that mistake. He's making it. He's going to go for it. Nice defending there by Cuba. But he's not going to be able to defend now. Coming down the main straight. And Foreign Affairs just runs a little bit wider there. He needs to be careful of that. Because the thing is now, you've got Hypes on the back end of him. Tyshawn's closing into him as well. So them two battling is just let P3 and P4 just sneak back up into the DRS, and Tyshawn overtakes Hypes there. But I'm just going to stay on this battle here now, because I'm just waiting for Foreign Affairs just sitting back and just waiting for him to pull the trigger. So you can see it there. He's just taking little looks at him. So Annika Reaper and Bovril have pulled the trigger. They've gone into the pits. They're going straight onto them hards. So they'll most probably try and go to the end next. I'm sure you can one-stop Imola. I'm sure you can. So Foreign Affairs makes the exit out of that chicane, up to the chicane, shall I say. Nice and... Ooh, that was a bit... I bet his ass went then. Which she's caused Cuba just to back off a little bit. With nice overtake, but a bit sideways in there. Made Cuba back off a little bit, which has then brought Tyshawn back into the game there. Now 5 tenths behind him. And Hypes is coming up there behind Tyshawn as well, so no doubt we're going to see a position change here. Or are we? Yes, we are. Hypes has gone for it round the outside of Foreign Affairs. I think these two are going to start working together now, P3 and P4. We've caught the back end of them, so these two might just start slingshotting each other to try and create that gap. So Poffis is back up to P7 there, so he's having a good drive so far. Jay Webber's up to P10, proud of the lad. After a qualifying ban, he started P14. So Cuba gets a proper exit out of that corner there, just gives him a lot better traction than Foreign Affairs. She just created that little bit of a breathing space for him. Not much like, about a Rizzler paper. So Foreign Affairs just taking a look there again. As Tyshawn's just sitting back and waiting for that moment. And Mike gets another 3-second penalty there. For multiple check warnings. So Foreign Affairs going to take a look now. He's going for it. Round the outside, going down to turn 1. Whew, Jesus. Just about giving enough racing room there, which has then compromised Cuba. Going into turn 2, and Tyshawn takes full advantage of that and moves up to P2. Cuba gets a 3-second penalty, so his tyres are starting to die now with all the pushing that he's done and the fighting. But I think Foreign Affairs is going to be a lot worse because he's been in dirty air as well, and you really, really suffer on your tyres when you're in dirty air. So Tyshawn's all over the back end of Foreign Affairs now. See how this one goes on, but Hypes is going to take full advantage on this DRS straight, and Hypes gets a 3-second penalty. You, son, have got skill issues, you tonight, mate. Absolute skill issues. Sort your head out. Get your head down. and go for it. So this is very interesting now. So out of the top 4, there's only Taichon that's not got a 3-second penalty. So this could play into the hands of Taichon. And just gifting the win if it stays with him, but just under halfway through the race. And Taichon goes around the outside of Fornafre going into turn 1. Beautiful move there by Mercedes driver. And Hypes has took P3 as well. And Cube is still staying out. So Apophis and Unsolo have pulled the plug now. They're going in for the tyres. And Gamanza gets the 3-second penalty. So I'm expecting a lot more penalties than this. It is Imola after all. Penalty central. And Annika puts in the fastest lap there, 1:17.2. So you can tell he's really pushing now to get back in the game. So the kick salvo at Fornafre has just dropped off the back end of Taichon. So Taichon's tyres must be feeling nice to refer. So the 11 lap old mediums now, so they'll be due for coming in soon. They've lasted a lot longer than what I thought it would be. So I think these top 7 are going to be waiting for whoever pulls the plug first. Well, at least the top 5 will. So Cuba's pulled the plug. Cuba's coming for his pits, and so's Cowboy. Cowboy's seen Cuba going in. He don't want him undercutting. Let's have a look at these tyres when he goes into the corner. Yeah, a bit understay there. Tyson gets the 3-second penalty, so it's all even keeled now for the top 4. All even keels. And he gets good traction coming out of there, and just accelerates away from the kick salvo Fornafre there. It's going on with Fornafre. Yeah, you can just hear it there on the traction control now. Well, no traction control, I should say, the wheels spinning. They're not looking too bad, them tyres. So we just managed to drop Hypes now out of the DRS. Yeah, these boys are nursing these tyres now. Yeah, 100% nursing. And Bonafare pulls the plug. He's gone for the undercut on Taichon. So Hypes has pulled the plug as well. See who else is going to come in. Is anybody else going to come in or not? There's only got to be Gamanza and Taichon, so I wonder whether Taichon's going to come in next lap. Well, this lap, should I say. He's going to be pushing like mad. I think he needs to refer. Look at that there, Mr. J. Webber up into P2. The Mercedes crew taking P1, P2. How long's Webber going to make it last for? So Gamanza's gone in the pits as well. So there's only Webber and Taichon to pit at the minute. So Webber's not going to come in though because he's started on the hards. So the question is now, is Taichon going to come in now? I think he will do, to be fair, because he's looking a bit slidey. And he is. He's in for the pits now for his tyres. Let's go with J Webb in the other Mercedes. And he's got all the crew behind him. Is he going to defend like mad? Is he going to try and let his teammate get out of the pits by holding them all up? And you got Cuba just coming on the inside of him, puts the pressure on him. And the other Alpines are down the side of him. Fornafre's going to get the slipstream off them all, and he's going to come straight past them as well. And he has done. And his Hype's going to go for it, and Taichon. No, they're just going to sit him back. So Tyrone there has come out on P6, so it's kind of run him over that little bit, staying that extra lap. So is his teammate going to let him pass now? I think he does do. It was a little bit wide. Fair play to the lad. So now we've got a battle for P1 again. So Han Solo's just getting back into the DRS of Colombian Mafia. Again, a nice car train here. I think he needs to put his foot down a little bit more and just get back into the DRS of Tyrone. So again, that kicks Albers all over the back end of that Alpine. But this time it's on Solo. And there's on Solo gonna play up to Forna Fair's battling. Sorry, I had hiccups there. Is he gonna have enough? Did he get DRS? He did. He just got the DRS there. Oh, Jocelyn, he's got to be 3 wide. It's not, and the Williams boxes Forna Fair in, which is compromising. What a move by Hypes there. Very good move, and then Tycho's just capitalised on it as well. So Forna Fair just lost out a little bit there. Forna Fair will be fuming. Hypes will be laughing. Tycho will be like, thanks for that, boys. So Grips is up into P10, I'm making a P9 now. The 2 boys I want to watch as well a little bit later on. But I can't get off this. What, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got 6 car DRS terrain. This is going to be very, very interesting. Very interesting. So we got Tyson all over the back end at Run Solo now. Hypes is up into P2 as well. Forna Fair dropped down to P5. And there's only on Solo there. That's not got a pen, so he's brought himself back into the game now. And he just dropped down. Is Tyson going to make the move going into turn 1? Let's have a look at it from the rear view mirror. And he's not, he's just behind him. So these boys are now starting to get settled in on their yards. And Tychon's all over the back of that Alpine. Forna Fair sniffing up Tychon's ass here as well. He's like, listen Tychon, you need to wipe your ass properly, mate, because you got Klingons. And the Klingon is green. And the name of a Kicksalver. We're very, very tasty here now. So the Williams of Hypes, he's closed it down to 2 times, 3 times now. Is he going to make a move for P1? Forna Fair gets a 3-second penalty, so he's on 6 now. So has that just took you out of the play for P1? I think it has. But never say never with that lad. And Grips gets another 3 seconds. So we're about to see the move of the Williams on the Alpine. And he's going around the outside there. Nice side of move. Cuba didn't want to fight that. So there's no point in fighting that because he's coming past me anyway. And he's gained 8 temps in him already on 2 corners. That is absolutely belting that. So he must be loving them hards. His Hypes, so he loves it hard. Keep it noted, boys. He loves it hard, Hypes does. So he's dropped him out of the DRS already. 1.3 seconds. So this is where he gets tested out. Cuban must be struggling on these hards. He mustn't like them. A bit like me round Spa, that, but with the mediums last night. I didn't really like the mediums round there. You got the hards on, and it felt like the hards used to go all day long. So we got Tycho right on the back end of on Solo here. Let's get on board with we'll get on board with Tycho. Taking nice and easy coming out of the RTC boy. Hypes gets the fastest lap there, 1:17 flat. So the Mercedes is getting it pretty quick. Is he going to go for it? He's taking a look. He just backs off nicely there. Well, he gets a good exit out of there though, and then he makes it. Absolute brilliant move that. Absolute brilliant move. And Hypes gets another 3-second penalty. So whew, this is going to make this top three very, very interesting. So currently you got Fortifier up at the top there in the top 5 sitting on 6 seconds, and you've got Hype sitting on 6 seconds. I think everybody else is sitting on 3. Let's just check them. What's position changes, penalties? Yeah, so everybody else is sitting on 3 seconds. Race control Magic Mike has magicked 3-second penalty out of his pocket. There we go. So we've got a caution there. So who is that? That's a kick Sauber. Oh, what happened? Oh, Fortifier spun it. He'll be fuming now. Absolutely fuming. So Pops is having a good race. He is 1.9 seconds behind P5 here now. So position changes. Let's go position changes. Well, let me get back up to Tyson in a minute because it looks like he's going for a move. No, he's not. He's got. I tell you what, Tyson's got some bloody grip on turn 1 to turn 5. Sector 1's very, very good for him. So Anik has pulled the plug here now. He's coming to the pits. Is he two stopping it, going on to mediums? We'll soon see. But anyway, let's give a pop some fucking time while I go through the grid and position changes. So Hypes is up by 1, Cube is up by 2, Titron is equal, he started in P3, Hun Solo's up by 4, Cowboy's up by 1, Apophis is up by 3, Magic Mike's up by 5, Fornifair, unlucky for some, is down by 7, Patterson, Yuki Tsunoda's brother, is up by 2. I have no grips because I've got a skill issue tonight. He's down by 5. Commander down by 1. Bovril is up by 1. Ida Creeper's down by 6. And Jay Webber is just racing his own race on a Tuesday night, on a Tuesday night, just having a leisurely drive. He likes him. He's told me that. He just likes to go out for a leisurely drive. So you got Grips out on 17 lap all hards at the minute. And Jay Webber gets a 3-second penalty. Grips had just pulled the plug as I was mentioning it then. So he's definitely 2 stopping it. So I did say at first it will be 1 stopping it, but obviously he's had a spin and what have you, so that's why he'll be 2 stopping it. So Apophis needs to pull his finger out of his ass. Because he keeps saying to me he's like Max Verstappen in the world of sim racing. But I'm yet to see it tonight. So he's pull his finger out of his ass and carry on. And up his pace a little bit, and he just gets a 3-second penalty there. So there's not many people, there's only 4 people that's running pen 3. And that's Han Solo, Yi, Patterson, and Bovril. So Hypes has pulled out a 2.5 second gap already on Tasha, so he's liking these ads. 100% he's liking these ads. So Fornifair is 3/10 behind Magic Mike there. He's going to be going for the move soon. You'll want to dispatch Mike soon, as early as he can, because he needs to start climbing that grid. Well, he'll be looking then. He's had a look. But Mike's going to be suffering because Mike's missing an end plate. Fornifair just takes a little look there. No doubt I think he's going to have him up the hill though, because Fornifair likes overtaking and coming up to this chicane. Is he going to go for him in a minute? See how he first coming up the hill. Let's exit out this right-hander. Look at him all over the back end of him there. So Mike's suffering there with his end plate. Mike's defending like mad there. So it looks like Fornefay's just sitting behind him waiting for this DRS straight. He's going to dispatch him on the DRS, I think. And Andy drinks my throat is killing me. Drive up. Oh, how's it? How we doing, how's it? Okay, mate? So Fornefay's glued all over the back of Mike there. And he makes the move going there. So that's Fornefay up to P7 after his spin. And his spin's all the way down. So let's go this. Let's have a look at Annika Reaper. Who's got the yellow flag again? Who is it? It's a Williams. Is it a Williams? No, who was it? Oh, I don't know who that was. So, your brother, Annika Reaper, is not having a good race tonight. I think he's... Did he spin? No, I don't think it is spin, to be fair. You might... I think something happened to him anyway, because he dropped back and he's been down there. He's been down there since, but... I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is it what I think it was? Yeah, I know, yeah, Grits spun a couple of times, hasn't he? But, to be fair with the lad, he sticks in it, you know what I mean? He does stick in it, and if you must know as well, Ozy, right? I raced Spa Monday, didn't I? And I didn't spin once at Spa, and we had a wet to dry race. Quite proud of myself, and I stayed in L2C. Knowing what you know. Knowing what you know. DM me. Sling me a DM, mate. You're confusing me there. I know it's a fast grid this anyway, like, you know what I mean? It is a really fast grid. But no, I know Grits, a bit lucky with Grits was struggling a bit with his T6 traction on this track. But yeah, so Tyson's moved up into P1 that. Yeah, about Reaper and Gut tonight, yeah. So Patson gets the 3-second back. I'll DM you shortly. So Hypes moves up back up into P1 there. So it must have been Hypes that went off track before. It's throwing me off now. The penalties. Unsolo gets the 3-second penalty, so that makes them all even there now. So it's only Yeet. New. Tyson gets another 3-second penalty, so that's puts him on an even keel with our Hypes on 6 seconds. Unsolo's on 3 seconds, Cuba's on 3. The cowboy himself, Yee, is pen free. See, you're proper getting me thinking now, is he? What you on? Has Reaper got a new wheel? Is that what you're on about? I know you're having trouble with the pedals, weren't you? I don't like riddles when I'm in streaks. It fucking baffles me. Baffles me. So most of the drivers now are sitting on 6 seconds here. There's not many sitting on 3 seconds. So you've only got 2 drivers that are staying clean at minute, and that's the Cowboy and Bovril there. So let's see how it fares up. And did I miss something here? How's Hype's gone down to P6? Both out the box. They both got new wheels. Yeah, so Hypes is back down to P6 now. I don't know what's happened here. He must have had another moment. So it puts Titram up there up at the top. It's 4.8 seconds ahead of Unsolo, which he needs to extend it a little bit. In fact, no, he doesn't, because they'll still ping it. Really? What have they got? Must have some bloody dough to spend on them. But yeah, so Cubert takes Unsolo there for P2. So two Alpines racing together here now. The gloves are off. The pit crew and the team principal have just said, listen boys, you just race. Just race, just don't take each other out. You're free to race. That's what he's told them. And best part about it now, Yee's all over the back end of them. So Yee, if he keeps seeing him, he could actually take P2. So Cuba's sitting on 6 seconds as well. As well as Titron. Titron's extending that gap there now. How's he? You're a fucker, you how's he? So it's becoming very interesting this now, due to penalties, and I said there were going to be a few pens tonight. It just proves that I'm right, and I have a little bit of knowledge about something. I'm not totally full of shit. So the Alpines are racing here now. They're going to be trying to work together to extend the lead away from the K-Boy, but the K-Boy is sitting all over the back end of them. And then you got a Poppers has just decided to come into the mix as well. I said, look boys, I'm still here, mate. Absolutely buzzing for a Mousy. Absolutely buzzing. So Hypes gets another 3 second penalty, so that's just took him straight out the equation now for the top 5. So these Alpines going to play the team game here and play a switcheroo all the time to try and extend out. It looks like they do. And Hypes has DNF'd. How's Hypes DNF'd? Oh, he's retired. Is he retired in the pits? I think he's retired in the pits. And I just see Grips getting another 3 second penalty there as well that I missed. Because I was looking at that. Wow, what's up, Hypes? I know you're fighting for... What happened? Did you go check it? Did you get pushed off or what? I wonder what happened there. I do wonder what happened there, mate. But it's a shame that, mate. You were doing good as well. But as you tell me, head down, carry on. Yeah, well, obviously you can't carry on because you're retired. But you get what I'm saying. Carry on with the game. So Fair gets another 3 second penalty, so it sits him on 9 seconds, and Grips has moved up to P7 though, so he's not having a bad comeback recovery race. And this game is why I don't want league race anymore. Yeah, but you're good at league racing. I enjoy racing with you, to be fair. Not many times I've made you. So they're playing switcheroo again. These Alpines, so they are working together. They're going to try and drop the K-Boy. But it doesn't look like I can drop the K-Boy because he's all over the back end of Unsolo there. Unsolo is just defending nicely there. You're on yeah, I believe you've been playing WRC, haven't you? Yeah. I can't fucking play that, man. You got to try LMU. Everybody's going to LMU at the minute, aren't they? But I'm on PS5, so I can't do that. But no. ACC is what I can do, but I can't even play fucking ACC. Fucking baffles me head, man. So let's go down the current order at the minute. So we've got Taichung in P1, Cuba in P2, Hun Solo P3. The Cowboy there in P4 sitting penalty free, and he could take P2 here if he keeps behind him. 2 laps to go. Apophis has moved up to P5, which is very good there. Ford Affair sitting on 9 seconds of penalties there in P6. Grip sitting on 9 seconds of penalty in P7, but he'll currently drop down if he doesn't get his skates on. Gamanza sitting on 3 seconds of P8. Annika Reaper's just moved up to P9. Proud of the lad with a recovery. Pardon me. A cup. For a recovery race, so same with him with Grips. And Magic Mike there sitting in P10. Patterson P11. Bob Rill there in P12. Jay Webber in P13. And he's... Did I just see him overtaking a bloody Williams? Is he overtaking there? And then you got Hypes, who's DNF'd, unfortunately. So let's just sit back here. So Patterson just put in a 1:16.2 and just took the fastest lap there. Let's just see how this pans out, because they got a Apophis all over the back end of him. So the Cowboy's just going to sit there and just take P2. Then on Solo will take P3 most probably. And that, he'll drop Cuba down to P5, won't it? After all the pens. So Webber gets another 3-second penalty, another skill issue there. And Alpine's slingshotting each other again. So looks like Cuba's letting on Solo go. Is he going to try and back Yi up a little bit? So his teammate can take more points. We'll soon find out. So the Ferrari's all over the back end of the Alpine here. And then you got Apophis just tagging along there nicely. So just dropped out of Hun Solo's DRS. So the saving the ERS here now for the last lap. In fact, we're actually on the last lap, aren't we? So we're coming down there now. Oop. So crossing the line now in P1, we've got Taichung. P2, Mike just gets another 3 seconds. So we've got Unsolo P2. He's gonna drop down though. So Yi takes P2. Unsolo takes P3. Apophis P4. Cuba P5. Fornafair P6. And Grips himself here. He's coming in the last 2 corners here now. With 9 seconds of penalty, he's going to take P7. And can Annika Reaper get him out of the last corner? Is he going to go for it? It's going to be close. And he tries it, and he didn't quite do it. So P8 for Galanza. Annika Reaper takes P9. Very good race for him there. And then everybody else has just finished. Magic Mike down P11. So that was absolutely belting race, that. Really, really good race. So, race winner there, Taichung. Fastest lap goes to Patterson, the Yuka Tsunoda's brother. And a pop says Max Verstappen wannabe gets driver of the day by the game. Most overtakes is Jay Webber, which I'm not surprised. He went all the way up to P2. And cleanest driver goes to the cowboy himself in the Ferrari. Yee. So, normally I give driver of the day on the stream, but I'm not going to give driver of the day today on stream. I'm going to give a bit of a surprise. But yeah, there's your race results anyway. Let me just get the race director for these incidents. See if anybody needs them. So if we go all the way down to the bottom before it finishes. And yep, I did just. So yeah, tidy race. Imola, round 18 is over. Titron gets a win. Yee with a P2. And P3 went to is it P3? On solo, wasn't it? On solo. So yeah, so again, everyone, thank you very much for tuning in. My name's Pooley, and I do the comms for Rattlers F1 every Tuesday night. So if you want to watch again, come and tune in again Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. UK time. Until then, I shall see you next week. Thank you very much, guys.